Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if you can tell by like the camera quality, but this is from my vlogging camera, and I just wanted to do a quick like get ready with me, but vlog style because it is vlogmas. Yeah, I just wanted to do a little chit chat, a little sit down, because I haven't really done anything, I think, like makeup wise on my channel in a bit, and that is not intentional but kind of is. I don't know. With vlogmas, it's hard to film a whole bunch of stuff and get it out day by day, even though I've been doing every other day. And makeup videos take a long time to do, let me tell you. So I'll list everything that I'm using down below in the description box like I usually do, but yeah, let's have a talk. First things first, I was sent this Tom Ford brow sculptor from Influencer, but yeah, I was sent these, and I used it today to kind of like fill in my brow, and I don't know how much it costs, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a no for me. I will make use of this by like filling in where there are like sparse hairs in my brows, but definitely not lining my brows, because it is not neat enough or precise enough for that. And so personally, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it is what it is. It's a no for me. And I know it's probably expensive, and I would not want you to go out and get something like that and not love it, especially when like the Benefit one that I typically use is more than worth it. Okay, so right now let me go ahead and fill in my brows before we start this chit chat. Carve out. Alright, so my brows are on, and that took a long freaking time because the pen that I used was not my normal pen, so I kind of had to play with it a little more than I normally would. And my brows have not been waxed. That's why I went in thick with that concealer, because it's just, you know, looking a hot mess at this point. But I'm gonna go get that done before I leave for Christmas, so that won't be too big of a deal. Y'all, this year has been absolutely insane. I can't believe that we are almost done with 2020, but I see people like, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to be over, and 2021 is going to be just much better. Can't wait till we go ahead and start that. But I'm just like, what do people know that I don't know? What's going on in 2021 that has not been like 2020? Is it that we just kind of know what to expect, whereas with 2020 going into 2020, we had no clue what was to come? Like, we did not have any inclination like this year was gonna pop off like how it popped off, like from the get. It just came out the bat swinging, as they say. So I'm wondering, is it just the expectations? Like, we know 2020 was bad, so we don't have high hopes, so let's just move into 2021. Is that what it is? Let me know, because if y'all got good news, I need to know. Well, I guess there is a little bit of good news with the vaccine coming out, and hopefully that being something that is successful. Going in with this to contour. I need a better mirror because this camera ain't gonna show me everything. So, like many of you probably, I have been working from home since March, the middle of March, probably like March 13th, somewhere around there. Well, no, probably like March 18th, I think it was. Because I think it was around the time of my boyfriend's birthday that my law firm went on lockdown. And when that happened, I think everybody thought like it was gonna be very temporary. This will only last like 2 weeks and then we'll be back in the office. So me being who I am, which is cheap, I did not like, I have my firm laptop and then I have a desktop here that I can log on to the work spot with. And then that's just kind of how it was going. I didn't want to buy like a monitor or nothing for work because I'm like, okay, this is only temporary and we will be back to work in April. April comes, we not back. May comes, still not back. Okay, by the summertime, I'm like, all right, we ain't going back. It's over with. Then they said, oh, the winter, you know, we'll look at plans in the wintertime and regroup. But then with traveling, people traveling to different places during this time and just the cases going up, I don't even know why they thought that was going to be a thing. So it's like kind of with my employer is like, we'll see. Like they haven't, like I know like my boyfriend's job and my mom, they give these dates like, okay, the goal is April 2021. Like we don't even have like prospective dates, which I would appreciate that just because I would know kind of what to expect. If we're gonna be home for forever, just say that, you know, just say that. Like I would have been more prepared with going ahead and buying the stuff that I need to be a better employee working from home. Now I'm just kind of in a limbo, like I don't know if I want to buy it or if I should just go ahead and wait it out, because now I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. So that is kind of where that stands. But in all honesty, like this was my first year of, I just finished my first year, full year of being a lawyer. In 2020, I became a barred attorney. So like I have a lot of things to celebrate this year. Even I'm not big on like self-hype or, you know, like how people say, like, I don't know. I'm not big on that because I always feel like everything that I'm doing, I plan to do and it was going to get done, period. So I don't know. I feel like I should probably be a little bit better about celebrating my wins, but I'm not big on celebrating my own achievements because I don't really see the things that I'm shooting for as big deals. Like not to me. Like for other people, when they do it, I'm like you go girl, you go Glen Coco. But when I do it, I'm just like, this is, I don't know. It's just a personal thing. But anywho, it's my first full year of being a lawyer with my firm. And what, 80% of it? Well, I won't say 80%. September to September. Well, half of that first year was spent working from home. And now we're coming up on like a year and 3 months-ish, and I'm still home. So my first year was halfway working from home. which is kind of insane. Much of learning to be an attorney or lawyer, whatever, is like working with other people and hearing other attorneys, I should say, like legal issues and problems and how they're working. And you hear that all through like office chat, but ain't no office chat. So, but I think my firm is doing a pretty good job with trying to keep that. We have like trainings that are on Zoom, meetings that are on Zoom, and stuff like that. So we see each other. I think I see more people from like different firms and offices more than I did when we were in the office. I used to see the same people like all the time, because like, let's face it, I don't be going all into other people's office and stuff like that. You got work to do and you get that work done and you pretty much go home. But now I see way more people. I'm starting to work with people from different offices, which is interesting. Like, this whole work from home thing has actually benefited me more than I thought it would. Like, I was nervous at first because I'm like, my first year of practice is literally going to be mostly done at home. But like, it really didn't make that big of a difference. Like, I'm still doing the things that I was doing in the office. I just have more time now to do other stuff, like cook. Well, I was cooking, but like cooking from home, eating my meals fresh, not having to put it in a microwave, or cleaning up on my break, straightening up stuff, or sometimes either like editing a video that needs to go out during my little lunch or whatever. So that's like a really good thing. I feel like it gives me more of a work-life balance, and I know some people might disagree because they're like, well, now I'm working longer hours, which I think is also true. Like, I used to be so tired from my commute on the train, and my commute on the train, getting up early, getting dressed, doing all that stuff, that by the time I got home, I didn't want to work. Unless I absolutely had to, I just tried not to. I tried to get in the office early and get everything I needed done. But now I'm like, okay, I can get up, I can do this tonight. If I take a break to wash some dishes, I can finish the rest of my work tonight, because fortunately I'm in a practice where that is, you know, as long as I get my work done in a reasonable time and it's good work, fortunately, like, I've been very blessed. I love the people I work with. I love my practice of law, which, who would have guessed it? I would not have guessed it. Like, people really talk about their experiences in law firms, big law firms specifically, and like hate it. And I don't hate it. Like, I really like my practice. I really like my group. So that's like one of the blessings to come from this year. Like, the first year, my camera is really being annoying right now. So the zooms might go in and out because each time it shuts off, I have to like do the zoom manually, and I don't ever remember where I had it on. I think I had it on 22 though. Let me see. 24. We'll just do 24. But yeah, I forgot where I left off at. But yeah, that's one thing. I do like the work that I do. And if you don't know, I'm in like real estate finance. So basically the transactions that I close are real estate deals, commercial real estate, in a nutshell. So when a borrower or group wants to take out a loan to build something humongous for retail purposes or commercial purposes, I would be on the lender side representing the bank. That sounds like it sounds like a lot, but at my experience, it's not a lot. I'll say that. For like more senior people, yes. Learning the law behind stuff that deals with finance has been honestly the worst part of my job. Like, I feel like I need to be a banker for at least 6 months to really understand the finance portion of it, which I wish I could do. I wish I could just take a little leave of absence and go in-house at a bank and actually do some banking. and see like what does this mean, and how does that affect the loan, or I don't know. I wish that that is something that was offered, but of course it's not. But otherwise, that's like my only qualm about working in this field. But otherwise, I really like it, and I can really see this as something that I do long term. Like, I know a lot of young lawyers really hate the practices that they went into initially, because honestly, you really just don't know. Like, you don't know. You never know like how your practice is in practice, because it's not like we get to experience that in law school. Which, law school is a scam, don't go. Like, it's a scam. Like, granted, I ended up coming out liking the practice that I chose or whatever, but it literally does not teach you anything. Like, this is a great transition point for me to talk about student loans and how me and my boyfriend have been working hard this year to pay them off. So if you don't know, because you don't have student loans or you don't have federal student loans, the government has paused payments and interest on federal student loans. That dates back to March, and just recently was extended to January 31st. And then we're just gonna have to see what Biden's gonna do. But that has been so helpful. So when the whole thing happened and they extended, well, they canceled payments and interest for September. That was like the first one, or one of the first ones. We decided that we would target paying off my boyfriend's loans in full, because his is one significantly less than mine, like significantly, and it would not take us, we would be able to pay it off before this whole student loan, no interest, no payments moratorium ended. So that's what we decided to do. It would give us the small win that we needed to like keep focused, because we were already focused. So keep focused on our debt-free journey, which the only debt that we have is student loans, and they are annoying, but they were mostly necessary. I'll say mostly because some of that we could have cut back on, but mostly necessary. So yeah, that was the plan. So we set out early April that's what we were going to do. We're going to pay off his student loans, which I will tell you the number since it's going. It's $57,000, and that was for him to get his bachelor's degree in business. So he has a bachelor. We both went to the same undergrad. Fortunately, I didn't have to take out much for undergrad, but law school came in and said, what's popping? Brand new whip just hopped it. So it doesn't even really matter that I didn't have any. Like, I mean, I'm thankful. I should be thankful. I'm thankful that I don't have any, but like numbers wise, it's like law school was so expensive, and I mean, it was just no way around it. It was no way that I could go to law school without paying that money, unless I like tried to do better than I did on the LSAT, which I already didn't do bad. Like, I did not do bad on the LSAT at all, and I was over it. So that's besides the point. So we paid that off. We ended up paying that off Thanksgiving weekend. So the Friday after Thanksgiving, his loan, praise the Lord, were completely paid in full. And y'all, shout out to Dave Ramsey, because I've been following his method since I guess October of last year. So look what we were able to do just from October of last year following his methods. Now, we did not start tackling my boyfriend's debt until January of that year, because y'all know I had to move to a new city. I had to buy furniture, get adjusted at my firm, like, So we didn't start tackling debt until January. And even January was kind of light for us because, like I said, transitioning and moving. So I want to say our first big payment to his student loans wasn't until February. So from February to November is how long it took us to basically pay down 90% of that $58,000 student loan debt. Which brings me to the next point, that mine is next, and that is going to literally take us, I want to say 2.5 years. I'm putting in 2.5 years on it. It might take 3 years, but I'm gonna manifest a sooner date, like a date that is earlier than what it might actually be, just so that I can be a little bit more intense about it. So we're gonna go ahead and say December. I mean 2.5 years, December, yeah, right. But we took December off from paying any student loans, so I did not make a student loan payment for December because I'm spending that money on myself as much needed. Being strict with our budget the whole year, it's not really tough for me because I'm a natural saver, but I do want to make sure that I am still enjoying life while paying down debt. And for me, that was purchasing all of my clothes that I needed, redoing my closet. Well, not redoing, but like getting rid of old stuff, bringing in new stuff that is actually practical and what I would actually wear. Yes, that's a thing. I have to now be an adult and buy practical clothing that's useful, you know. Buying some luxury items, which I will have a luxury haul coming to you soon, hopefully I get a chance to film it before I leave. But things that I literally have wanted, luxury items that I've wanted for at least more than a year, and then clothing that basic clothing that I needed in my clothing collection. I hate calling it a collection, but my wardrobe. There we go, better word. In my wardrobe. So that has been fun, but I still kind of feel slightly guilty, like everything in me wants to just throw every penny to my student loans, especially now that his are paid off. And I don't feel like, some people be like, I feel like I'm burdening with the, no, I don't feel burdened at all, because you know what, I had to go and become a lawyer and get this coin, and that's just what it was. But I want to pay it back. Like, I want to get rid of this. Yeah, that's a better word. I don't really want to pay it back, but because if it could just vanish and be gone and disappear, like with some sort of magic or a new president, I would be elated. But I want to get rid of it. That's just the end all be all. So once I feel like I get rid of that, I can go on about my life and live the best one. Okay, this is the Gingerbread palette. I haven't used this in a really long time, but I'm going to use it today because I actually love this palette, and it's like the season for this palette, right? So I'm gonna keep it neutral. I don't want to get too carried away. But yeah, that's kind of like my student loan debt story. Nothing to really see here. My debt story, I guess, because I'm thankful that I don't have much, like that's like the only debt that I have. And I can live with that. I can live with taking out and owing money for my education. All that other stuff, like y'all, when I say I don't even do afterpay because I don't like owing nobody, even though it's not really like, well, I think it is a debt because it's on a payment plan, but I don't even really like doing stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that because I'm just so debt averse. Like, I don't want it, but I do use credit cards. But let me tell y'all, as soon as it goes from pending to like authorized transaction, I make that payment. I'm only using credit cards because I feel like I'm good with money and credit, and if I can, basically most of my all of my credit cards have rewards. I don't have a flight rewards card. If y'all have a good recommendation for that, leave it down below. But I get cash back, and I'm buying these things anyways. Like, for example, when I purchased the clothes that I have been saving in my little clothing budget for this month, I went ahead, used my credit card. It was the same budget that I had. I didn't overspend. And as soon as those things went through on Black Friday, because I bought everything on sale, or try to, I made that payment expeditiously. Like, I don't play that. Now, I don't want to be adding on to my debt, but I do want to, I guess they say, like, make the most of your money, make your money work for you. Like, yes, that's what we're doing. So that's like my little, I guess, finance portion of this. But otherwise, guess we are doing okay over here. My goals for next year are to really amp up the progress on paying off my student loans. Okay, I want to travel. I feel like it's been, what, a year since I last traveled, and now, like, when I returned from that trip from Bali, Singapore, and Thailand, I was exhausted. I was like, I'm not traveling for a really long time because I'm tired, and that was a lot of ripping and running, and me being dramatic like I usually am. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I have the bug again. I want to do this. Like, I want to do this. Let me finish my eyes, and then let me get back on here later. Alright, so I put my eyes on because that was going to take forever. Well, it didn't take forever, but like on camera, it would have took a long time for you to watch. I'm using this COLLAB Yes Please blush. Yes, she did blush. Cream blush. Just a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but a lot. Give me some color. Okay. And now I need to go ahead and pop on this wig. Which, everybody keep asking me about this wig. I get it from Nene Style. Her Instagram is Nene Stylju. And she makes these wigs. But she doesn't post a lot at a time, and she doesn't tell you when she's gonna post them, so you kind of just gotta follow her and get in where you fit in. Otherwise, you probably won't be able to get one if you're not following her, because it's not like her email. I don't think that little email list that she has actually works. So, but she was the one who actually made this wig, and I had her do the what's it called when they pluck it and stuff, and she like customized it. That's what they call it, customized it for me. And then now I have a new wig that I'm gonna have her customize, even though it's not one of her wigs, because I like the way she did it. I just gotta like basically go in the mirror and do this, because I don't know how this is looking right now, because I can't really see. But of course I'm gonna go fix this in the bathroom. But like, this is really the look. I am going to do a lip video soon, so I didn't put nothing on the lips, but I am gonna add some setting spray. I'm gonna use that Fenty, what is it called, What It Do, just to give it some less of a powdery look. Yeah, that was my little, I guess, life update. I didn't expect it to be more of a life update, but whatever. What else is there to talk about when you're doing a chit chat, unless you're gonna talk about other people's life, which I will not do. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this get ready with me. I think today I'm gonna wear my Chloe perfume, because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I just can't wait to start rocking my perfumes when we can be really outside, which I don't know where you all live, but where I live, everything is shutting back down. So ice skating is really like one of the few options that we have. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog style, like super laid back, get ready with me. Everything will be in the description box below. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all of that, and I will see you guys in the next video.